Hey guys, Rocky here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about something I know so many of you have asked me over and over again. What's the best way to learn Linux? And honestly, I get it. When you first start, Linux can feel like a whole different universe. There's a dozen of distros, a ton of commands, and everyone seems to have their own opinion and what's the best. Some people will say try Arch. Others are like use the terminal. No use of the GUI. It's all a bit much, right? So, in this video, I'm gonna keep it real. I have been using and teaching Linux for years of now, and I have boiled it all down into 4 simple steps that actually work. Not just for hardcore hackers or system admin, but for anyone who want to get comfortable with Linux from scratch. This video is gonna give you a solid roadmap. No fluff, no overcomplicated stuff, just what you actually need to get started, practice and grow with Linux in a fun and practical way. So grab your terminal or even just a notebook and let's get into it. Alright, step 1. Start with one distro. And this is very super important. Please don't fall into the trap of distro-hopping. I have been there. You install one distro, get bored or confused, switch to another, and it just become a loop. Here's the truth. You don't need a perfect distro to start. You just need one that's beginner friendly and stable. I recommended going with something like Ubuntu, Linux Mint or Debian. These are solid, well supported and easy to use, and they have a huge communities. So help is just a Google search away. Pick one of them, stick with it for at least 3 months. That's where the real learning happens. When you start using it daily and actually faces issues and solve them. Now for the setup, you have got 2 easy options. You can dual boot it on your laptop if you are comfortable, and this is what I suggest for most beginners. Use VirtualBox. It's free, easy to use, and let you run Linux inside your current OS like an app. No need to wipe your system or risk anything. You can experiment freely, break stuff and reset in minutes. Perfect for learning. Also, if you want a beginner-friendly guide to get started from installation to advanced usage, we have put it all together inside our book, Linux Playbook for Hackers over at Codelivly. It's written specifically for people who are just starting out. We guide you through installing Linux from scratch, explain the basics step by step, and take you all the way to advanced topics like shell scripting, package management, and system monitoring. Everything a beginner needs all in one place. Pro tip: before we move on, once you have installed your distro, start building the habit of updating your system regularly. That's it. Keep it simple, stick with one system, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's exactly how to grow in Linux. Alright, moving on, step 2. Master the terminal. And this one is a game changer. Learn the terminal. I know, the terminal can look scary at first, just a black screen with blinking text, but trust me, this is where Linux really comes alive. The truth is, GUI tools are great for beginners, but they can be limiting. If you want full control, flexibility, and speed, the command line is your best friend. Let's start simple. Here are the few core commands you should practice until they feel natural. Let's start by ls cd pwd. These are for navigating inside a directory. Similarly, we have got cp, mb, and rm. These commands are for copying, moving, and deleting files. Similarly, we have chmod, chwn. These are for changing permission and ownership. Let's test our basic command ls. This will list everything inside a directory. pw refer to present working directory. This refer to where you are working on the current directory. You don't need to memorize everything on day one. Just play with them regularly and they will stick. And to make learning fun, I recommended trying something like a 30-day terminal challenge. Each day giving yourself a tiny task to solve using only the terminal. Doing stuff like this forces you to think, experiment, and Google your way through, which is exactly how to learn. So yeah, if you want to level up fast, make the terminal your best friend and playground. Alright, step 3 is where the magic really happens. Start building real stuff. Here's the truth. You can watch hundreds of tutorials, but until you actually do something, it won't fully click. Learning Linux is a hands-on thing, and the best way to level up is to build small, real-world projects that actually force you to solve problems. Let me give you a few fun ideas to start with. Set up a LAMP stack. That's Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. It's the foundation of tons of websites. Even if you are not a web developer, going through that setup will teach you about services, ports, file paths, and configuration files. Next, write a bash script that backs up your important files into backup folder. You will learn scripting basics, how to schedule things, and get comfortable using the terminal more efficiently. Next, host your own personal website using Apache. I want a simple hello world pages. Just learning how to sort content, manage configs, and restart service gives you solid practical experience. Well. The cool thing about all of this is you'll break things, you'll get weird errors, you'll Google like crazy, and through that process, you'll actually understand what's happening behind the scene, and that's where the real growth is. Also, start using GitHub early on. Even if your script or project are super basic or a bit messy, just push them. It will help you to get comfortable with version control, which is another must-have Linux skill. And later, you look back and be like, wow, I have really grown. So yeah, stop just consuming tutorials. Pick a small project, break stop, and learn as you fix it. That's how Linux becomes second nature. Alright, step 4. This is where things really start to come together. Immerse yourself in Linux and start automating your daily tasks. So, what do I mean by immerse? I mean, start using Linux in your actual workflow, not just during study time, but daily. For example, switch to Firefox if you haven't already. Use VS Code with the remote assistance extension to edit files on a Linux machine or VPS. Try out code terminal tools like nmap and stop just to explore what's out there. Slowly, as you do more tasks inside Linux, it starts to feel natural. And then come automation, one of the best part of Linux. You can automate repetitive tasks like backup, updates, or even running script at certain times. This not only saves times, but also teaches you how powerful Linux can really be when you take full control. Also, don't do this alone. Join a community. We have got an amazing Linux and cybersecurity community at Codleivly. You can join our Telegram group and channel where we share resources and help each other out. And also don't miss our Instagram channel. It's packed with free tips, tools, and daily motivation to keep you learning. Surrounding yourself with the right people makes the journey way more fun and way less frustrating. So yeah, start living in Linux a little more each day. Automate what you can and connect with people who are on the same path. Alright, that's a wrap. Linux isn't about being a genius. It's about staying curious and consistent day by day. You don't have to know everything. You just have to keep going. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, and if you are into learning Linux, cybersecurity or hacking tips, hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a comment below and tell me what's the biggest struggle with Linux right now. I'd love to hear and reply to as many as I can. Catch you in the next one. This is Rocky, signing off.